Hello, class. This week we are talking about a time. It says describe a time where you are flying with a GPS and had a component of that GPS system malfunction. If you had not had this situation happen, you describe a potential scenario. In either case, describe what you did or what you would do. So this is kind of an interesting one this week. Kind of start off by saying I think that pilots are rely so heavily on the GPS nowadays that we don't really take into consideration this type of failure and what would happen in this time. A couple of things. The one thing that I can think of is us losing lost integrity in flight. We say we have it, and then we get the announcer that we don't. And that's my instructor has tested me on this a couple of times, and has even asked me to fly strictly VORs. And I think that is the best case scenario in this situation. If I'm flying and I have no WAS and no GPS or nothing like that, I know that I still have my nav radios. I know I still have nav 1 and nav 2. And I know that I can go VOR to VOR or even shoot a VOR approach and still be able to get in where I need to get in if I'm stuck in IMC conditions. I would look through. I would try to troubleshoot the GPS a little bit in flight, but I think that my main concern at that time would to be find a VOR or two. If my GPS goes out and I'm kind of lost, find my VORs, triangulate my position, and even contact ATC and tell them, hey, I have a GPS malfunction. I still have my AHRS, so they can give me a heading to fly, and I can fly that way. And like I said, I can pick up a VOR. There's a couple of different ways to, I think about this. I think that personally, I would kind of immediately go to what the next scenario or the next best case scenario would be. The GPS is great, but there's other ways of flying the airplane without it. And I think the help with ATC and the help of our VORs are probably the best way. VORs are helpful. I know there's a lot of places that don't have VORs anymore, but pilots still used to navigate them, and I think that it would be helpful for us to get a little bit more training on those. But again, if your GPS goes, you still have a transponder, and you still have your AHRS, and ATC can tell you which way to fly. So you can call them up and ask them to give you a heading to get you where you need to go to get back on the ground if you don't feel comfortable. Or tune in nav 1 and nav 2, find your position, or navigate directly via VORs. You have your NDBs as well. I don't really know a whole lot about the NDBs. I've never really flown one, so that's kind of really out of my comfort zone. But the VORs and ATC would be the best case scenario. I have the only real time that I've ever come in close with this was when my instructor asked me to fly an all VOR flight. So I used my VORs, navigated there, and shot a VOR approach for an instrument lesson. So never really had a full outage, never really had a full malfunction with my GPS, but I have been in a situation where I have navigated via VORs and shot a VOR approach. That would be the way that I would go about that. Hope everyone's having a great week and ready to finish up this class. And y'all all take care. Thanks.